on, guys? You already know who it is, man. It is your boy, Jerry Fit, and we are back to react with what's new on the tube, man. Hey, bro, we got another investigative reporter video, man. We got Tyler Oliveira's "I Deported Illegal Immigrants with ICE." Now, don't get mad at me, y'all. I'm just doing the reaction, bro. I didn't do this actual video, man. I saw it on my feed, and, being Haitian myself, I was like, this could definitely be a controversial reaction, but I wanted to watch it anyway just to see, what's going. I really like this Tyler Oliveira. I like his channel. I like the topics that he covers. He's a lot like Tommy G. I feel like in the investigative reporter world, like, these two kind of take the reins for going undercover and finding out information for us about different weird topics. And, this is just another topic that they're going to go through, man. Like, I give praise to Tommy G for having so much range. I don't know why I wouldn't give Tyler the same love, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Tommy G were to do it, I'd probably do a reaction to it as well. So I don't want people coming for me in the comments, bro. It's telling me, like, why am I supporting this type of content, man? Like, we do it all, bro. I've told you guys, man. You know me. We're not afraid to react to anything, bro. Most consistent reactor, bro. We're reacting to everything that you guys want, bro. So you know what I'm going to tell you to do, man. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comments first. Fan videos that you want me to react to, bro. Again, I apologize, bro. I really tried to get that Michael Beasley video out. The Michael Beasley, Lance Stevenson 1v1. But I forgot to hit record, man. Your boy was off the green, bro. Elevated reacts, bro. So I'm really sorry about that again. It was going to be a good-ass reaction, bro. I was genuinely so devastated when I saw that I wasn't recording. You know the little red circle, man? I was genuinely devastated, but hey, man, it's a new day. We got more reactions. We got a good video right here, right in front of us, man. So you know what it is, bro. We're just gonna jump right into it, man.
Not opening the vehicle looks like less.
Shit.
Really taken to a detention center like this.
Sounds like Scarface, man. If you know, you know.
Get deported from the country.
Oh, dude, I'm literally gonna be so cooked. Because, bro, I find, dude, my humor is cooked, basically. I don't want anybody to take anything in this video serious, bro. Like, come on, man. It's just a reaction, bro. I didn't do this video.
Was just arrested in the sanctuary state of Washington, meaning this state actively does not cooperate with the federal government to turn over known illegal immigrants to federal immigration enforcement agencies like ICE. Are you gonna buy the camera?
Oh, fuck no, bro. Nah, dude, this is fucking disgusting, bro.
I'm not a fan of Nazi administration. Oh, yo, so we have an ICE agent right here. So how does ICE arrest illegal?
PR reacts this video, bro. Crazy PR reacts.
ICE looking for first? What rights do they have? And how does the deportation?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm nervous.
Deportation.
When asked if there's a way to carry out mass deportations without separating families, Coleman said this.
Forcers. Families can be deported together.
Before I in bed with ICE agents arresting illegals, and Seattle journalist Jonathan Cho went to the residents of Seattle thinking about ICE and mass deportations. Okay, so we're asking people out here in Washington their thoughts on, like, ICE raids. ICE, bad? Yeah, Nazis tend to be bad. ¿Tú conoces personas ilegales en el mundo, en este país? No soy Fed. Not a fan.
Yeah, no. I think like any basically moral person,
So what do you guys think about the whole ICE situation?
Administration.
Por deportación?
Mucho más.
Okay. Mucho más. Are there any, like, heinous criminals out there who happen to be undocumented? Should they be sent away or no?
That's what his purpose and due process goes through constitutional protections for certain, but anybody within the laws of a country, many Americans don't recognize. If you go to another country, you're subject to that country's laws, including its protections. I used to do city immigration law at law school.
So, yeah, I think there needs to be an expedited process, for people that are escaping violence in other countries. But I think there should be a quick and legal process to help all of these people move to the U.S. if they want to be here.
And a lot of them are here, because they're escaping danger from other countries, and that's the tradition of the United States.
Hey, like I told y'all, man, PR reacts, bro. I have no opinion on anything, bro. We are not political over here, but I do want to hear you guys' like thoughts and like kind of what you guys have to say about like the whole like deportation thing going on. Like, I do these reactions because you guys want to see it, man. This like. I mean, I'm interested as well, obviously, but I'm kind of just going to sit back and let them kind of do their thing in this video.
Should there be a distinction between an economic
I really don't have an opinion on one side or another.
No, there's still people. If you're illegal, I would say try and go through the proper systems. Of course, obviously, asylum seekers, I wish them the best. But after all, this is a country with infrastructure and people, and we have to still, help yourself before you can help others. If they're here not being, illegally, they should be deported.
I do not support it. Not support it.
They need due process. I mean, this is ridiculous. That's what we're based on.
If they're afforded due process, and it is for a fact decided that they've illegally entered the country, is deportation the best solution in your opinion, or no?
It depends on crime.
What are your thoughts on Washington as a sanctuary state, if you will? Basically not cooperating with the federal government, and sort of combative relationship they have right now.
Well, as long as the federal government is not operating legally,
Yeah.
I would say that would be an okay position from my position.
Like, we wouldn't have this concept of sanctuary cities.
Yeah.
If we had a robust enough border patrol, immigration system, legal system.
I don't know.
So if they're only crime,
I have no idea, because I'm from Mass, so I have no idea if we're a sanctuary state or not.
So if they illegally enter, maybe they
But I didn't even know that was a
What's the
thing.
line?
Yeah. Well,
Violent crime is the line.
An illegal who's committed a crime should be top of the list.
Definitely.
What are your thoughts on ICE raids happening in Washington right now?
It's pretty terrible.
You think it's unconstitutional?
Of course. I think that if people aren't going to care about the ICE raids and people that are illegal immigrants, I think that can be handled in a different way. I don't think that coming and just snatching people up is really a good thing. I don't think it's good.
And I think how they're doing it with plainclothes officers jumping out of the car and taking people off the street for their public dissent, their expression of free speech is very problematic. We're all referencing the Holocaust at this point. We're all referencing Nazis.
What are your thoughts on the El Salvador mega prison as a concept? People being shipped over there.
I think it's illegal.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Do you think the El Salvador mega prison is akin to, let's say, a concentration camp?
I watched a documentary on the El Salvador mega prison. I had no idea that it became so popular because of the deportation. I thought, in the documentary that I watched, it explained how bad the crime was back in El Salvador, and how obviously there's kind of turmoil there between the people and the police, because the police will kind of just do, I'm gonna air quote it, but illegal things. But I'm only air quoting because I don't know the laws of El Salvador, and they say they do illegal things like breaking into people's homes and pull innocent people out and throw them in this prison. So I didn't know that it was also popular because of the deportation. But hey, man, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the mega prison as a concept?
Argue against it.
Is it a violation of human rights?
I'd say in most cases, yeah.
There's no trial?
And there's no way to get out. And nobody's supposedly left the facility alive.
What are your thoughts on the Trump administration thus far?
I don't support Ned Trump. I think the president should be impeached.
Worst possible president we've ever had.
I left the U.S. because of Trump the first time around. I moved to Hong Kong.
Any thoughts that come to mind?
Yes, I think we should deport Trump.
Where should he be sent? El Salvador?
Yes, to that prison.
Everybody has the ability to be human. It's a choice, though. And I wish more would choose to be human to the vulnerable people of this world and stop judging them. We need more people of every
I wonder if Tyler has an opinion, a personal opinion, or is he staying neutral?
Because we're all immigrants and the Native Americans are going to take it back. Because if you're going to get into history, we're all trespassing.
So there's no illegal status on stolen land, is what you're saying?
There's no illegal status if you're coming here to by yourself, part of a civilization. I mean, illegal. Go back to where you come from.
Go back home.
Go back home.
This isn't home.
It's not your home. If we didn't have diversity, this would be a really boring.
What do you guys think of the whole thing?
What's the question you might have then?
Woke is just a term for giving a call the
Compassion?
people who give a who have compassion, who have a heart, who want you to be their neighbor. I like all the colors in the rainbow. If it was just white, it'd be super boring.
And any advice for an undocumented
I didn't remember that white was in the rainbow.
country, or it's afraid for their
I'm concerned
What
that
the
they're going to
fuck?
fleeing the country, or it's afraid for their
What the fuck?
they're going to just start taking anyone who disagrees with the current administration. And I've been kind
Did
of
someone
looking
throw
into
a branch
some of
at
that. There's
him?
some questionable things that have already happened, and people that have been taken that were like, why was this person taken? Yeah,
illegal citizens being detained and sent to El Salvador?
Yeah, exactly. That's highly concerning.
With Seattle residents
Wait, what
mostly
the hell
opposed to the
happened?
presence of ICE, with some claiming the deportations were illegal and that
I thought somebody threw a branch at
arrested
him.
as well. Before I see ICE arresting illegals up close, I met up with Seattle journalist Jonathan Cho in Tacoma to visit a privately run detention center operated by Geo Group on behalf of ICE that holds all the people arrested by ICE until their fate fate is decided. Were the people arrested and sent here subjected to concentration camp-like conditions, as some Seattle residents and activists feared? And behind me we have a memorial where 2 people died in custody. Is that what happened?
Well, yes. Unfortunately, people have died in custody. Yet at the same time, these circumstances are a bit murky. A far-left activist group called La Resistencia put up this makeshift memorial. In fact, every other weekend they're out here protesting as well. They didn't want this ICE detention center shut down permanently.
Prayers to the family, man. Like, you never want to see people dying and shit in unfortunate conditions, obviously. And I don't know if you guys are illegal or not, but regardless, bro, you don't want to see people die. So, it sucks. And I just wanted to say prayers to the family.
Essentially, this is where illegals are taken for processing before deportation, or some are even released here back onto the streets as they're waiting for asylum.
And are these the buses people are being transported in? Illegals are being captured and then sent here, or what?
Yeah, very similar buses. The buses you'll usually see that are being used to transport illegals will also have bars on the windows.
Chinga la migra, which basically means the immigration, I think, and an anarchist symbol.
The A for anarchist.
Yo. All right,
let me just give you fairness to the officers who have to guard this place. They're not concerned about us necessarily. They're concerned with the far-left activists that would go in there and try to vandalize these buses. These types of attempts have been made. I mean, people have thrown Molotov cocktails over the fences, spray paint, vandalized.
Bro, that's dangerous.
So they would be released actually at the other end.
Makeshift bombs, bro.
And then they'll likely bump into these advocates right here at this fence.
Talk to them. Let's see what they do and why they're here. Read them all. ACAB. Switch stands for?
All cops are bastards. Oh, they have more signs that are abolish ICE, free them all. They're on the graffiti's everywhere.
That's crazy.
Exterior, we saw this activist group's tent and met this guy. We're trying to figure out who you guys are. Oh, okay. How was it? You don't have to talk to them. But obviously you don't have to talk because they're your own person. You have your own free will. You don't have to listen to him. You don't have to listen to me. We're just curious, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Here's what you guys do.
Yeah, so we're here to support immigrants when they're released. Do you mind if I ask that you don't broadcast his images without auto release, please?
Well, he was willing to talk about his free will on the photos.
No.
You don't want it? Okay.
Well, so.
Yeah, I mean, we can just talk to you.
Yeah.
We're not here. Fine. Good to meet you, though.
Bro, and then they just still released his video and photo and everything.
Yeah. So that is true, yeah. What do you do?
So we're here to support immigrants who are released from ICE detention.
So you guys are like the first pit stop once they're released, I assume.
Yeah, so we're here every day of the week, and our mission is to support all immigrants who are released here, and as well as those who are inside.
For example, if there was a guy we just spoke to who was released, what is his next step? What resources do you guys provide?
Right, so we provide food, clothing, water, transport, housing if necessary.
To my knowledge, this is not the accurate, but 60% of everybody in there gets deported. So visitation is really important. We also prepare deportation bags for people who are arrested. And our organization, almost all volunteer-led, has been here for 15 years.
Well, that's pretty nice. So at least, they have a system for people that, are willing to help them, if they have to go back face, have at least easier conditions to go back. I don't think that's a bad thing at all, bro. I think it's pretty cool that they have people like that volunteering to help. I mean, because if they're going to have to go back, face the inevitable, then you might as well have your stuff.
So we take down our information. Take down as little as possible. We only take what we need to know to book them, help them book air tickets.
Okay.
Snacks, it has hot water. We give over $2,000 a month in phone cards because the people inside have no way to reach their families.
How are you getting funded?
$20 on the donations.
You saw the memorial over there. It appears that 2 people died in custody.
Yes, that was last year, and we're not connected to that memorial.
Okay, is there another group, La Resistencia?
Yes, that's correct.
Are you guys in collaboration, or?
We do not work with them directly.
Okay, a different ethos, a different strategy. Whereas La Resistencia, they're trying to abolish this place, they're far-left activists. It's a different approach to try to help in this crisis. Who's being released exactly?
Well, it's the lucky few who've been through immigration court here. So it means different things for different people, but very few who've been granted asylum are pretty much free to carry on. Ones that are out on bond or some other who have hearings, sometimes they're months and months and years away. The largest group probably last year came from India.
Well, it confirms against how people get documented.
Interesting. I know that there were a lot of undocumented Indians.
Actually, everyone who's in this facility is going through the legal process of staying in this country. So calling them undocumented is not accurate.
What would they be then? Asylum seekers?
Correct.
I see. So everyone here is a documented asylum seeker?
Yes. Some of them come from ICE raids. Others show up at the border, apply for asylum, They get their credible fear interview, and then they will be
Processed here?
usually processed at a facility closer to the border, and then brought here for intake.
Interesting.
And then they'll stay here for 1 to 6 months while they go through the immigration.
Hey, see, and also, like, me reacting to this video is, like, educational, bro. I had no idea that, you know, they come and go like this, and, like, especially the documented asylum seekers. Like, I had no idea that that was the term, so educational reacts, man. Y'all welcome, bro. Nobody get mad.
Transported through going field also end up at this detention facility tract. Right. And so some of those people are still considered quote unquote illegals.
Well, not really, though, because they are, in fact, in the legal system, going through the legal steps to stay in this country.
Got it. We just want
Is Tyler instigating or what? Sorry.
This country.
Got it. We just want to get to the truth. We want to hear another perspective. We really genuinely want to know what the conditions are like inside. If they're being mistreated or if they're actually being treated in a fair and humane way. The semantics as well, right? You guys have all crossed here illegally, but now once you're in the system, you're not legal. You're seeking asylum. Yeah, you look like he's African. You know, it's probably from one of the African nations. Stating the obvious, Mr. Obvious here.
The question is, where is he from? How did he get locked up? Where was he detained? How long was he in there? Those are my curiosities. After speaking with this group providing relief and aid to those released from the detention center, after they cock-blocked my interview with this guy who was just released, what did the people currently inside want to share?
Is that a drone?
And there was recently a prison break. An illegal escape to this facility?
Yeah, you know, the authorities say a fellow from Venezuela somehow managed to get through a fence. We don't know all the details, but he was eventually apprehended 3 days later in Portland, Oregon.
I wonder how they found him.
Security reached out to look for this detention center.
Okay. So I would imagine part of the narrative from the La Resistencia and the left-leaning groups is that these people are being mistreated at all times. Seems at the very least there's some outdoor time, a nice playing field to play some soccer.
As opposed to human rights violations, definitely it appears the...
All right, we have a truck right here following us.
Yeah, that is security.
Yo, homies! ¿Cómo estás?
Wait, what does that mean?
¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
Hey, he's nice with it.
Sí.
He's nice with it, bro. I wonder if he's Hispanic. I mean, Oliveira.
Hola! Hey! Hey! Hey, come over here! Say hello! Whoa! Hola! Hola!
Mm-hmm. At least they're keeping their spirits up, man. That's what you like to see. Hey, and I was saying, shout out Scarface, man. If you guys know, you know. Y'all ain't old enough for that, man. Come on.
Okay, they want out. Hey, ¿dónde eres? Amigos, pregunta. ¿Cómo es tu tiempo en prison? Muy mal. Aquí es tu palabras por el mundo.
Bro, these trucks are trying. They just keep running back and forth.
Like Muslims in here too. All right, we gotta go. Okay, adios. Gotta get out of here.
Did I tell you?
Yo, talk about.
What does that mean?
Here's the bottom line. I mean, they're agents to talk. They want to, tell their side of the story.
Yeah.
But rarely will you have another opportunity like this. Obviously, Spanish was the primary language being spoken, but I saw some Middle Eastern-looking men. I saw an Asian guy there as well. So again, this border crisis has allowed people from all over the world to enter America, and Seattle, this region, the Pacific Northwest, continues to be an important hub for ICE and its deportation efforts.
What's crazy is, like, I never really thought about, like, Washington. Like, when you think of, like, people, like, crossing over and stuff, like, the border, like, you think of, like, Southern Cali, like, Phoenix, Texas, obviously. That's what you think about. Like, you never think about people illegally or people coming in through, like, the north, like, the Canada borders and shit. So it's interesting to see that the perspective, like, or interesting to see that it affects different perspectives, you know what I mean?
We really are in an information war, right? So, ICE has its narrative. Yeah. The activists have their narrative.
I'm excited to see what the activists do, bro. This dude was flicking his camera, man.
We are trying to always determine what the truth is, what's happening in real time as journalists out here. This is the type of coverage you're not going to see in local mainstream media.
That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the video, bro. We're doing what every other reactor is afraid to do, bro. We're reacting to everything and anything and everything, man.
Detention center up front.
We don't run over here.
Church in Aquila, run by Pastor Jan, that was, at one point, hosting hundreds of migrants seeking asylum. Has ICE come knocking yet? How long have these migrants been waiting here?
Damn, they were recording.
So the question is,
Can ICE actually come raid these people? Are they protected?
That is unclear. That's a question I want to ask us as well. The Border Patrol Tom Homan has said on the record they're only interested in illegals who have committed crimes and they have been convicted of serious crimes
beyond the illegal entry.
Beyond the illegal entry. We're talking murder, rape, DUIs. So a lot of these folks here, they're primarily from Haiti and Venezuela, and they're literally fresh off the boat. They just crossed the border. They get here for a few months. Why don't we put their head in?
They get like their what?
Tiny village. You know what's
I was about to say they got like their own houses and shit.
Especially those who are working in the homeless outreach space.
Shout out Haiti, man.
Initially were designated for Americans in need, but now they're going to illegals. We're talking about money, resources.
You should argue they're refugees, right? That's her contention.
That's all these people. Sure, that's what she's saying. We don't know exactly what their background is.
¿Viven aquí? Bueno, okay, muy bien. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Bien. ¿De dónde eres?
Dude just dapped him up like he knows him.
¿Cómo es tu vida aquí? Bueno, mal. Bueno, ¿cuántos años viven aquí?
Aquí, en Seattle.
Seattle, sí.
2 años.
Muchas personas
In the village?
Fear for ICE. ICE. ¿Chica la migra? No, ok. Comprendo. ¿Ah? ¿Chica la migra? ¿Chica la migra?
La migra.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Legal? Okay, legal. Muy bien. Hi. Hola. Hi. How are you?
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'd like to know who are you?
My name is Tyler.
Joseph.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. Yes, sir.
Very good.
I already know this dude Haitian, man.
I'm from Uganda.
What? South Neck, man.
How long have you been here?
Well, I'm the operations manager. I'd like to know what's the whole thing.
We're just talking to the locals here. We hear the good work Jan's doing.
The next time when you're doing that, how much from that?
I see.
Because what you're doing right now is illegal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't know. So speaking of illegal, we're trying to talk to people who have illegally entered the country. Do you know any people here?
You have to know. You have to tell who are you to ask those people.
I see. My name's Tyler. ¿De dónde eres? ¿Venezuela? ¿Cuántos años vive aquí? ¿1, 2 meses?
Como 8 meses.
8. ¿Casa es buena o mal? Bueno, okay. Very nice living conditions out here. Pretty organized. Okay, we've seen the tiny village. Very nice place. So we leave. We're leaving. Very nice people, though.
I think what's so frustrating for a lot of people in the homeless outreach space here is that there are Americans here in need, and Washington State ranks number 3 in homelessness.
Oh shit, bro! Wait, go back. I said go back, bro. Like I'm not controlling the whole thing. New York is 1, bro. Los Angeles 2, Seattle 3. Wow. Damn, bro.
In homelessness, there are Americans on the streets who are not getting the same resources as people.
I know Seattle was 3, man. That's honestly crazy.
So we headed inside to see who lived here and if ICE had visited the church yet.
How's everything going? Can you just give me the update outside? I just want to know, are you concerned ICE agents might come to the church? I just want to know what precautions you're taking or measures you're taking.
Yeah, we're very concerned. That's why we are very careful with what's in the doors.
Do they have authority to come here and apprehend people? No. Well, you've done a great job moving a lot of the illegals off this property into hotels. I first reported on this encampment. That field here was covered with dozens of tents. Yeah, but this is crazy.
Can ICE capture these people?
Yeah, I believe they can. Again, if they deem some of these men and women actual criminals beyond just crossing the border illegally.
What problems have you seen in the local community because of the people here, if any?
Not much problems. I don't tell you before, there's a lot of garbage, a lot of drink people. Right now, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
It's looking clean. Before, I got a lot of problems in my cars, broke my windows, things. But right now, it's nice.
Again, I think with a smaller group now, here at the church, you're also seeing fewer problems and a decrease in 911 calls.
And if the Washington homeless population were to see
I mean, that's pretty good at least, though. Less crime.
I've already done stories about that, and they know. I mean, for example, there are empty hotels right now in King County that was, designated for the homeless that are sitting empty, and activist groups like La Resistencia were demanding that those hotels go to these illegals.
Jen, good intentions. The question is, will it all pan out? After visiting the church, we received news that ICE had just arrested 17 alleged illegals working at a beverage manufacturer in Kent. We pulled up to ask if this business was knowingly employing illegals.
This company was already under investigation prior to this raid. But again, we're here to find out if management wants to talk about what happened.
Let's hop in, ask them about the ICE raid. Do you know about the ICE raid?
Hi, this is private property. I'm going to have that sketch deleted. Sorry. No comment. Please don't record me. You don't have permission. You don't have permission to record me. Please don't record me.
You know about the ICE raid?
No comment. Please leave.
Alright, I'll ask that about that. Do you know about the ICE raid? No? Okay. Door's locked. You know about that raid? You don't have permission to record me. Alright. Big guy coming through. You rest that. Let's go over that. This is
PREX.
the crime, if you will.
Well, at least that's where, the ICE showed up and, the illegals were being apprehended and pulled out in handcuffs and shackles. They're closing the doors right now because we showed up.
Yo!
Looks like the screens are open. The screens.
Damn, bro. Whole company trying to avoid them.
Do you know about the ICE raid? They're all tweaking. So obviously, when they're hiring illegals, they're exploiting the labor market. They're undercutting American laborers. Honestly, they're contributing to a massive problem, in my opinion. Discussing ICE raids out here was a touchy subject. Luckily, on my drive back home, I found a few local protesters who could explain to me exactly what was going on out here. We saw you guys on Twitter. We're here to amplify your voices. We want to hear what's going on. What you guys are protesting about?
I think we're really authorized to so you might
Are you guys like La Resistencia? Are you with an organization or just individual?
Different organization.
So yeah, ICE equals Gestapo.
I mean, I don't know.
What do we got here? No one is illegal on stolen land. ICE of Seattle, stop kidnapping our community. They're leaving right now. They're not authorized to speak and use their voice. Apparently, seems a bit infantile to come out here with the sign and not.
I know, that's crazy. Like, he just wanted to come up and ask like questions. I feel like if they wanted to spread their messages, this was a prime opportunity to do that.
Honestly,
because it's not like he harasses them, bro. He asks genuine questions and lets them get out what he wants them to, or what they want to say. He just asks good questions.
Arrest suspected illegals after their court hearing with local activists there to document any violation of their rights. I headed inside the immigration court to see what we would find. Before we go on a ride along with ICE in this area of media corruption and bias, it's tough to know. Challenged.
I just woke up, man. Just woke up. Not like just woke up, literally. Just
ready to arrest and deport. We don't know.
Realized that it wasn't that.
Yesterday they were out here waiting outside these courtrooms.
Bro always has an energy drink.
Thank you. Like calculations? Okay.
This dude's gonna ask. He's just gonna straight up ask.
So they're here. They're waiting outside immigration courts for 5. They went back inside. We think they're trying to actively arrest and deport people after immigration court. Like 5, 6. Why are you here?
I am observant.
What are your concerns?
I want to make sure that if immigrants are being detained or threatened by their rights, we want to let them know that they have the right to appeal a court decision.
What group are you guys with?
Basically, I'm with Indivisible.
Bob, you're saying we can't film. We can give permission to go and hit the Who are you? What's the legal authority? Please identify. Who is he? We're First Amendment protected activity. Can you film the hallway? Alright, I don't know what we did. You guys see ICE? I saw them. Did you guys see them? The activists had infiltrated every leg of the ICE deportation.
I'm mad confused. Why are the activists getting pressed, bro?
Why is Tyler? Okay. So,
Edit all that out.
We're still an independent news. You guys here to protect the rights of people exiting immigration court and yeah. Go ahead. Question for you guys. Any legal status in question right now? Any concerns with deportation? He's on the body, yes. Why are you being weird, bro? Yeah. Why are you being moved? What's your name? No, and they want to make sure, the illegals' rights are not.
Everybody's trying to be tough, man.
Time, because of a new law, essentially, that's in play. ICE agents now can come to these court hearings, and if the judge dismisses the case, boom, that's when the agents come in and sweep and apprehend the illegals. Orders are
They're spawn camping, bro. That's crazy.
That even if local authorities do not cooperate and assist ICE agents, they're still going to operate and do their job. Whoa.
If it gets fired,
So we have an ICE agent right here. This guy body shifted is trying to body shove his way in there. I think he'll lose his fight, but it's honorable. But it's a violation of fire. Is that what they're saying? I'm worried about the ability for people to kind of go in case of elevator failure. ICE agents are in circles right now. The activists got word, and now they're trying to disrupt. It seems like the activists know everything somehow. If they get in the way of federal agents, it is.
Hey, bro.
Wait. The activists know everything somehow. If they get in the way of federal agents, it is a crime.
Oh shit, dude. Damn. I mean, hey, what do you guys think about that, man? That's some crazy.
It's against fire codes and local laws, so we're just trying to open their access, that's all.
To be fair, we don't actually know who these people are. They haven't self-identified. We presume they're ICE agents. He's holding the door open. It looks like ICE, or what we think is ICE, is going downstairs. I guess there's one guy holding it open right now. I presume he's going to storm through the moment the door is open. Nothing clear. Let's go inside.
Yeah, dude, I want to see what they were like.
See who they were, where they went. Okay.
What they were plotting in there.
Are you guys ICE? We come to peace. We interview this. Alright, so they're gone. No identification, no knowledge. We don't know who they are. We only
Bruh, I thought he was gonna pull up to them and ask if he could go on the ride with them. How does he have the connections to go on the ride?
Used by both sides by presumably ICE agents, as well as the far left activists. This is immigration court. A few people are trying to work out their legal status right now, and there are lawyers, activists everywhere. Logic right now is that they have a flow of information. They know everything before anyone else does. They seem to be sniffing on the trail of intel here. They're here whenever ICE is here, and vice versa. I think we should ask them. How are you guys always here when ICE shows up? We're trying to show them as well. How are you guys getting tipped off? You guys have inside sources, or have you guys seen anything ICE has done that's like violated any rights? Anything that people should know? Genuinely?
I have a website.
Oh, I don't have websites. All the media is just on socials. Yeah, I guess we're not having a conversation. Honestly, though, my name is Tyler Oliveira. You know the handshakes?
No. It's like a COVID germ thing.
What? Please, what? Yes.
Especially when they're working their way through the documentation process. They're still in this country with approval. They might not be citizens yet, but they are documented.
Got it. What would be the correct term? Just immigrants. Okay, plain and simple. All right, thank you. There's definitely some politics here in terms of knowledge.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you getting sensitive over the like terms is crazy, man. Like, he's just genuinely trying to have a conversation with y'all. Nobody's answering, but you want to correct him for the way that he's saying like a specific term. That's like politically correct too.
We're in the middle of an information war as well, right? Between the no room for nuance, no room for understanding.
Crazy to me how people can get so like offended so easily.
You don't have permission to record me.
Wait, what did they say?
There's no room for nuance, no room for understanding, no room for conversation. What? What was that? Loudon?
You don't have permission.
Look at this girl, bro. She's scared as shit, dude. She's like, you know you shouldn't have done that, bro. Hey, man. And now you're going to fucking tell him you don't have permission to record him, but you were harassing him from afar, bro.
To record me. Thank you.
Well, we do. We actually legally do. No, so thank you. The tensions here were high. All parties ICE would arrest someone here after the immigration court hearing. If you weren't with the activists, then you were against them. It's just like some low quality right-wing YouTubers. That's good. We're just trying to avoid their conflict. Unavoidable. They have people legitimately coming through for their immigration court right now, about 3/4 volunteers coming in. But finally, I managed to speak to a lawyer and some immigrants here to hopefully resolve their legal status. Are you a lawyer? Can you tell us the work with them? No, I'm not sure about all that team, Team Blue, and just a guy trying to get the truth. What are you doing here today?
I'm representing a client.
How my concerns coming in here? Is this pro bono? What's going on?
I work for a law firm.
Okay. Is your client like an undocumented migrant, allegedly?
No.
What's the work you're doing out here today? I noticed they said thank you.
I'm representing an immigrant who's, seeking a legal pathway to stay here.
Are you just here to get like citizenship status? Numbers? You're trying to get paperwork handled?
Пытаемся получить убежище в стране Америка.
How long have you
Damn, that's cool that he found the language and translated it.
ICE attorneys are doing motions to dismiss, and if the judge grants it, then that person's application for leave has just magically disappeared at that moment, and then they walk out of court, and apparently ICE is handcuffing them then and putting them into expedited removal proceedings, or not proceedings.
Are you seeking like political asylum? What religion are you? Jehovah's Witnesses. One of the lawyers told you.
Адвокаты говорят, как правило, кейсы свидетелей Иеговы очень сильные, потому что нас называют в России экстремистами.
But
did you guys come into the United States through a legal port of entry?
I know that.
Мы приехали в США через Мексику по программе CBP-1.
The general know your rights information is you don't have to talk about your immigration status. You don't have to identify yourself to law enforcement if they identify themselves, but you don't always have to tell them anything.
And do you guys have concerns of deportation via ICE?
Честно говоря, нет, потому что мы все делаем правильно, у нас уже все документы, мы работаем, у нас семьи, дети. Мы сюда, тревога была до того, как мы сюда ехали. Как попав сюда, уже нет тревоги.
These guys are shoving us around for no reason. We're civil. Oh man, the vibes are hostile right now.
That's crazy, man.
I did it. The camera. This goofy, face-tatted wannabe SoundCloud rapper screwed up and hopefully got a job application with no ICE arrest today at court. We returned back here next morning only to see an anti-ICE protest.
I want to make sure you're asking people's permission before you take pictures of their faces.
What?
Sorry.
What happened to peaceful protest? You tell me about peaceful protest. I'm the most peaceful guy here.
You're just a scumbag. If you pulled your head out of your ass, you could come join us
Well, what's
on
your
the
name?
right side.
What's your name?
My name is Your Problem.
I just walked up here. She's concerned too because you're acting crazy right now. Listen to her, bro. Respect people out here.
Bro, I had nothing to say, bro. Shout out Granny, bro. He really didn't even do nothing, bro. He was just recording, bro. It is not illegal to record in public, man. This dude, look at how he's like, oh, I don't know what to say. Like, bro.
Listen to her, bro. Respect people out here. You're acting crazy. Yeah, whatever. This is public property. Everyone's publicly protesting. Don't press her, bro.
This dude really asked her, are you with us, bro? This dude unhinged.
Press her, bro. You're crazy. As am I.
I know you are. So why are you not photographing people?
It's public property. Everyone has a phone out. What are you talking about?
You don't need to be pointing your camera at people.
I'm observing this. Get away from me, dude. Get the fuck away from me.
Dude, I swear this looks like a GTA service.
I think you need to back up right now.
Look at these old heads, bro. These old heads are crazy.
People are insufferable. Get away from me, man.
What is this?
Are you gonna buy the camera?
What
is this? He licked it. He licked the lens. Well, our lens was getting licked. I managed to get a few perspectives from
What the hell?
who weren't irrationally hostile.
Are you Democrat? More directly?
Democrats? I'm an independent thinker. There have been a lot of ICE raids out here. We're wondering if we asked you guys' thoughts on ICE raids lately.
I think you're horrendous. It's like the Gestapo. You're kidnapping people. They deserve due process. They should be able to apply for asylum if that's applicable. If it's not, I think that there needs to be some compassion, particularly for the children that have been brought here.
Let's say someone agrees with you but says, hey, we want them to go through the legal port of entry. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a legitimate thing to say.
I like this lady because she can hear both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand people who can't hear both sides of a argument or a conversation. Like, it's impossible to have a normal conversation nowadays.
Not funded it
But
in order to handle the number of people.
like, she's not like tweaking out and crashing out, asking if he's a Democrat or a Republican, bro. Like, why does that matter, bro? That shit is all fake, bro. All that shit is fake.
Why did you lick the lens? Is it tasty?
Top tier rage bait.
You want to lick my lens?
Oh, hell no, bro. This dude's tripping, man. This dude's straight up tripping, bro. Hell no. What's good with old head, man? Straight up tripping.
He walked in with his head into my camera.
Oh, hell no, bro. These guys are tweaking, bro. Yo, old people are weird as fuck sometimes, man.
Whoever whispered in their ear not to talk to us and to violently suppress anyone who they believe to have opposing beliefs or ask any questions.
These guys, man.
However, to be fair, the sheer density of musical talent here almost made me forget that these unhinged retirees were probably someone's grandparents. Whoever's grandfather this is, I am so sorry.
What is this?
Camera, is that true? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't have to answer. So, what? Stop. Listen, old man, it's the First Amendment. You know about the
Listen, old man.
You're a killer. You don't even know me, dog. It's peaceful. Don't give them what they want. I don't want anything. I'll have a conversation with you. Start the camera. I'm a creep. You're a creep, bro. I want the FBI to check your folders. You guys are complicit in genocide. You don't even know me, dog. No? Let's just move on. We don't like that. We don't want it. Immediate hostility from the jury action class and advocates out here. I mean, immediately we walked out, just doing a little shot of the signs, and that ball guy right there went aggro mode, instant aggro. Sir, what are you protesting today?
Yeah, the main thing I'm trying to stand up for right now is trees and farms.
Don't infantilize him, let him speak. Okay. I guess he's being authorized to that. This is anything but peaceful protest when we show up, apparently. And we have guys like Big Blue over here basically coaching people to not speak.
This dude looks like he's an FBI agent, bro. What is he standing there for? The way that he pulled into this guy's ear last time, how did I not even say anything, bro?
Approved media?
And anyone who is potentially not part of this agenda, this cause, they completely cancel you.
Not hate, not to make America great. They don't live it out. The most hateful people you can meet out here in Seattle.
No, the most hateful, the most violent.
but not everyone here was fresh off the perk. What is your primary concern? Why'd you come out here today?
I came out here today because this is for federal workers, but they're just a subset. It's for all the workers, but it's for all the people who are citizens, who are immigrants, no matter what their status, that they have the right to due process.
As a native, especially Piscataway DC native, people don't really take into account what the DC native is holding at the end of the day. They're the spiritual connection with the land, and like everything that happens in DC, we very much are aware of what's happening. I'm good. I know.
Yo, I'm mad glad that she has a fucking brain, dude, on her shoulders, bro. This dude's mad weird leaning in. Like, who gave you permission to do all that, dude? Like, bro, you came in. Is this dude not an FBI fucking agent, bro? Bro, if this, like, scene right here reminds you of anything, bro, it reminds me of the picture of the guy telling the president that the second tower is fell, dude. Like, look at how he goes in here.
We very much
What the fuck is going on here?
are aware of what's happening.
And look at how close he is to her ear, bro. She can hear what you had for breakfast, man. That's disgusting. Hell nah, bro. Nobody's getting this close to me, bro. Especially if I don't know you. That's a bad bird, man.
Protecting the Constitution, but they're the first ones to attack your First Amendment rights when it doesn't suit
These guys are mad crazy, bro. What is that?
Agents experience on a daily basis out here in sanctuary states and liberal cities like Seattle. Time to go on a ride along with ICE and document how the arrest process really worked.
I wonder how they got these guys.
Interview covertly inside a van today.
For Seattle and the Seattle area operations, our area of responsibility for the region, which includes Alaska, Washington State, Oregon, parts of Idaho, it's a very challenging environment to work in. So we get a lot of pushback from activists, just local concerned people that like to try to interfere with our arrest and our activities. So you happen to be standing next to an ICE official right now. It's just almost like guilt by association. But cities where you have that are non-cooperative, that are commonly known as sanctuary cities, or even sanctuary states, really all we're asking as a federal law enforcement agency is to take custody of people that have other legal issues that they need to address, either federally or have been convicted of criminal offenses at the local level. So all we're trying to do is arrest or take hold of an individual in a private, secure setting, as opposed to having to do it at large out in the community where people's property, their lives, overall safety are being put at risk. What I will say, it's a constant pressure. We want to do the right thing.
Tell me what these ride-alongs are basically like. What's happening here in this region? How often are they happening?
As agents and officers and our law enforcement partners, we're out constantly. So we have to go where the action is. What is an illegal alien that should be arrested, that's been either ordered removed from the country by an immigration judge, has criminality or another immigration law enforcement legal issue? We're going to be there. Arrests are happening every single day throughout the day. Anywhere you see these non-cooperative policies where it's okay to not work with federal law enforcement, then it becomes a really difficult environment.
What right now is legally required to perform an arrest on ICE's end?
Probable cause meets that threshold most of the time. That seems to be a confusion with the public. Under the INA, then officers are able to stop someone and confirm their citizenship.
Is there any probability of misidentification or arresting an illegal citizen? Are there any cases of that?
It's not a thing at all.
What? No, I mean, dude, that has to be a lie, bro, because there's always mistakes, in any industry, bro. Not even trying to, defend them. It's just, there's always going to be mistakes, bro. And even, just going back to that documentary that I told you guys about, bro, in El Salvador, it was a common thing to make mistakes, bro. And that's why it's so controversial, because they're arresting legals. I can't imagine that these guys are out here shooting 100% from the field, because then I feel like it wouldn't be as controversial as it was. You know what I mean? To be an ICE agent and everything. Obviously there's going to be mistakes, bro. It's just logistics, bro.
To law enforcement tactics. Yeah. But once an arrest is completed, and these are targeted arrests, so in every circumstance, we know who we're looking for. There is the potential for a collateral arrest. So, when you make an arrest, if an alien is with another alien that doesn't have a lawful basis for being in the U.S., then that person can be arrested as well.
Who on the list of illegal aliens is ICE targeting right now? Top priority? Is there a target beyond just illegally entering the country? Is what I'm asking.
No, there's really not.
Okay.
But in saying that, naturally, if somebody is showing to be a immediate
public safety threat, immediate threat to national security, then that's gonna be a priority. There really isn't. There really isn't a true priority list. Yeah, we'll make the arrest as they need to be made.
So even though Tom Homan has said priority is right now at least going after the violent, criminal, illegal aliens, the ones who commit rapes, murders, and all that, you guys are still doing your jobs of going after people here who have overstayed their visas and so on and so forth. That's what you're saying, right? Just to clarify.
So if you're an alien, if you don't have a lawful basis for being in the U.S., there is a very high potential that ICE will arrest you and you'll be placed into pending removal proceedings. Say I just jumped the border, I illegally entered the country. How does ICE eventually identify me as an illegal alien if I haven't been captured by any form of law enforcement? There's a variety of ways. Yeah, I can't go into law enforcement tactics. Okay. So outside of the obvious, because this is where sanctuary cities, not cooperative.
Oh, they're covering his tattoos.
Their policies.
W. Tyler.
Right. Yeah. So if they arrest somebody for, let's say, DUI, I've seen plenty of DUI convictions this week. For aliens, criminal aliens this week. Then if an alien encounters law enforcement for a law that they potentially have broken, then we won't have that further conversation. And we used to be able to do that, but in cities like Seattle, we can't. What do I need to do to get taken?
That's my dog, y'all. It's right here in the background, man. My bad.
Country of origin for some of these people, if you're deporting them to that country of origin, how does that process play out? Well, no. Again, that kind of falls into more law enforcement tactics, intel in some cases. Okay. But the simple answer is we've got one detention facility for our region. Okay. Are you guys working in tandem with law enforcement in the country of origin to receive these people? How does that work? So it's not just us. We do all the frontline street stuff. Sure. Scooping them up. Right. So now it goes to, at that point, it becomes an issue also for the Department of State and really Department of Justice. So we're actually making arrests all over the place. So yeah, where we can identify a target, then we'll make that arrest. So no, I mean these policies, these non-cooperative policies are just not helpful, and really they just delay the inevitable. And now it was time to actually arrest an illegal immigrant.
Bro, that's crazy. Hell no. Video's almost done, man.
Tyler Oliveira for
My bad, yo.
$5 a month. And we're just picking this guy up before he goes to work or what? It depends on the situation, but more than likely, yeah.
First parking stall that's closest to the street in front of an apartment. If we can get a confirmation on that.
They're identifying the guy and where he's at. I don't think he's going to make it to work today. They'll take away from this any illegal launching is don't enter the country illegally.
Yeah, vehicle's not here. I don't know if you want us to shift over to the second target and there's maybe one car behind over here.
It's always a risk. We have vests on, body armor. You just never know if these, targeted arrests are going sideways or go smoothly. So just being out here, again, continues to be a risk, not only for the agents, but also for the community.
Yo, hey man, yeah, vehicle's fine. What are you looking at? You got me down to the second target?
We're just going to a different location to see if the arrest target might be there or is going to be there. This is uncommon, we're not giving up on this, we don't give up that quickly. There's just an indication that the arrest target isn't here at the moment, so we're just shifting.
That's crazy. So, I mean, like they said earlier, it's targeted attacks, so they must be planned for, in advance for a while. I wonder how long it takes to plan a targeted, arrest.
Sure, a suspect's workplace to arrest the individual, conceivably, but that's not something that happens too often. It just kind of depends. You want to be able to control the environment as much as possible, so you want to move those variables. You don't want to put the public in any kind of
danger or anything.
That's really the goal here, is to increase public safety.
It's like chasing a ghost. If it's a U.S. citizen, they have history here, they have social security number, they have family, they have just data. Our targets typically don't. Just take more resources. It takes more intel, surveillance, officers, and it makes it that much harder in a sanctuary state or sanctuary city.
Given the lack of data, how do you guys find these people?
Being creative.
Dude, I wonder how it must feel to be an ICE agent in these kind of cities, bro. Because think about how it must have felt to be a cop in 2020 and shit, bro. It has to be something similar to that, bro. You probably can't even tell people that you're an ICE agent, bro. That's my brother, bro. He acting stupid, man. If y'all heard that in the background.
I think one of the biggest concerns is
he acting stupid as hell.
You have one of the most ferocious, base of far-left activists. They're constantly mobilizing. They're constantly.
Come on, acting stupid as hell, bro.
Get in the way and disrupt ICE agents. To tip these illegals off, people will be apprehended. So imagine having to work in that type of environment.
The lack of cooperation is at kind of, I don't even know if you'd say it's at a peak, because it seems like there's no indication from Washington or Oregon that they're going to cooperate more.
Give or take, around 2014, they stopped monitoring detainers here started not firing our detainers, King County first, and then kind of expanded other. Then it became a state, sanctuary state. Along with order. We used to have some jails, we used to have a presence in the jail. We would put our detainers down, listen to us, limited resources needed to pick up the money. Now you saw the resources it takes to run for one. It's difficult. It takes time, extra resources. It has a opposite effect of what a sanctuary state really is trying to do. They're trying to block us out of the community. Now we're actually having to go into the community in order to get do these targeted enforcements.
And grass is always greener, man.
Criminal aliens. It's unfortunate, but we're not going to stop working and doing our job to protect our community. 1-8E is correct. We are pursuing the suspects right now.
Oh God.
We may have found one of the two guys. Driver sort of looks like him, but his brother looks similar. I don't know. Maybe it's another. This is intense. You know, it looks like we may have found one of the suspects, and the agents are about to move in.
Why did they blur out his eyes for the reflection?
Indicating they're going back and forth, so we'll see where this leads. We're about to see ICE arrest right now. It's a bad day to have a good tea. This is tense. This is potentially a very risky interaction for the officers. Things could escalate at any moment. The arrest is happening as we speak. The question is this in fact a guy, or will it be his lucky day? Typical traffic.
What's crazy is that the ICE agents just trust Tyler to like blur out their faces and everything. I mean, W Tyler, but still, like this is a risky ass thing that they're doing.
Like he did pull over, so we're just gonna sort of have to wait and see how this all plays out. But we're just gonna wait and follow the lead of the officers right now. Okay, they're confirming the ID of the suspect. Maybe it is the guy, and if so, what happens next? If it is, then they'll be arrested. More agents going after the man here.
That's tough, bro.
Oh, it's escalating. He's yelling at the guy here, knocking on the van. Looks like he's clearly a little shiesty here. He's telling him to open the window, open the door. He's not opening the vehicle. Looks like this is not what we want to see. This could potentially pose a risky situation for someone.
Damn, they broke the window. What does HSI mean? This dude just jumped out the car.
They're in. Suspect is arrested. He did not open the window, it appears. ICE arrest has gone down. Alright, the window appears to have been broken here. He would not open up. Agents are taking him into custody. Are you innocent? Why are you being taken right now? Do you have an attorney? No, I don't have. I need for my life, please. Did you illegally enter the country? What country are you from? You're from Mexico.
That sucks that he can't, you know.
What is your name, sir? Miguel Gonzalez.
That like sucks that he can't even call his wife though.
Frankly, I think actually what happened today was the best case scenario. Nobody got hurt. We got the suspects, and now we're moving on. Okay. And I want to make sure I get your side of the story. Are you in this country legally? No, we're not with ICE. I'm an independent journalist. I'm returning from USA's Frontlines team. I'm just trying to understand your story, where you've been living, and what's happening right now.
I'm here for 26 years. I work good. I had a bunch of white people growing up. I had George. I had a bunch of prisoners. Now, nobody helped me.
Do you only have a wife? Do you have children?
I have children.
How old are they?
Bro, that sucks, man.
Hey, what do you do for a living? You live in Monroe, but what do you do for work?
I work everywhere.
Are you a carpenter, or what do you do? General contractor. Now, ICE says you're here illegally. Is that true? That you don't have the right papers to stay here? That's true. But you're saying right now you're not a bad guy. Mr. Gonzalez, thank you.
That sucks, man. Like he said he's been here for 26 years, man. But you know you don't have the right papers, man. He's just genuinely going to work. It sucks that you know he wasn't doing anything, man. Hopefully his whole situation can get straightened out, bro. It seemed like you know he's genuinely pretty good dude.
From there will be sent to the NWIPC, and then whatever happens with his case will be what it is. He has at least 2 arrests by local law enforcement, so there's a lot of people out there doing the job to serve their country in different capacities that it's dangerous. So we're no different.
Special shout out to Jonathan.
Hey man, that's gonna do it for this video, bro. What do you guys think of that video, man? Honestly, I thought it was a really good video, bro. You know, it's obviously a controversial topic. I definitely am, you know, like I told you guys, we're not afraid to react to anything. So I'm definitely proud of myself for pushing through and actually being able to react to this. And hey, I honestly tried to stay as neutral as I can. So I really hope I didn't piss anybody off by reacting to this video, bro. Shout out to Tyler Oliveira for letting me react to it, man. You already know we're going to keep bringing the bangers that he posts. If you guys like these kinds of videos, bro, let me know in the comments, bro. Leave any videos that you want me to react to. I appreciate you guys tuning in more than you know, bro. Or running it up, bro. Posting every single day. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss anything that we post. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all in the next video.